Hi friends. Finally went to the GI doctor. That was a complete waste of time, if I'm being honest, which was very frustrating because I feel like I've waited my whole life to talk to someone about my stomach issues and like feeling sick after anything I eat doesn't matter, my weight fluctuating so much, and she told me to talk to my primary about Ozempic. I'm gonna be honest, it's been something that I've considered just because I'm not gonna lie, I'm sick of dealing with my weight, so an easy fix would be kind of nice. If you've been on Ozempic, comment below and let me know your experience. I have about 30 to 50, I know that's a big range, but 30 to 50 pounds that I would like to lose. 50 would be my like limit. I don't really want to lose more than 50 pounds. 30 is like, I'm comfortable, but I could lose a little bit more. But I've heard some horror stories about symptoms and it breaks down your muscles, and I don't really want to deal with that. So comment if you have any personal stories with that. But honestly, I wanted some more answers than just take a shot. It's effective, because that's not changing my lifestyle. And if I go on Ozempic or something similar and I lose the weight and then stop taking it, I'm just gonna go back to gaining weight, and that's not what I want. I need help changing my lifestyle. So that was frustrating. My liver enzymes have gone down, which is fantastic-ish. I learned from my doctor, she said that's good that they went down, but in reality, that also just means that the autoimmune that's going on is kind of dormant right now, so it can flare up and then kind of not go away, but not as harsh on my body. I took an inflammation test and that was very high, so she said that's further confirmation that there's some kind of autoimmune going on. I thought I was gonna go without yawning. So went to my GI, and literally I drove an hour for this appointment. It's over an hour from my house. Got there, and all she did was go over my blood work from like months ago and said, yeah, something's wrong. Didn't really even go into detail. That's all she did. She went over my iron. My iron's low, but I'm not technically anemic. Which, if there's nothing I can or should be doing about it, does it really matter? Like, why are we taking time to go over that I'm low on iron if you're not even, like, she didn't suggest, yeah, eat a little bit more iron, have a little more iron in your diet, nothing like that. Nothing. So that was very frustrating. And then she just ordered, I think, 11 or 12 more blood work tests. The only thing she did say about the autoimmune is if it is the one that they're thinking of, which I'm not honestly completely sure what it is. She said it is autoimmune hepatitis, I think is what it's called, which I hate saying because that freaks me out that it's like hepatitis, and that's weird. But literally, my doctor was saying all it means is that your liver, it's affecting your liver, and your liver is inflamed from the autoimmune. So it has nothing to do with hepatitis. I got all of those tests done, and all of those were negative. So it's a very weird, strange name. But my doctor said that a couple of these tests can confirm that that's what it is. And then to completely confirm, they have to do a liver biopsy, which does not sound fun at all. Don't really want to do that. But if they have to confirm it before they give me meds to figure out what's going on, then whatever, I'll do it. I don't really like needles. I don't like things going into my organs and pinching them. It's a procedure, not a surgery. So my primary doctor said that they like take a long needle, they go into your liver and they pinch off a little piece of it. And she said it is painful and all they do is numb that area, which is frustrating. So I will probably have my dad come with me for moral support if he's up to it. So there's more yawning. I also wanted to kind of catch you guys up on my, I don't want to call it fitness journey because I don't like that word, but just trying to change my lifestyles. We went to Disneyland, and before Disneyland I hadn't had soda for about 3 weeks, little over 3 weeks. I had 2 sodas in Disney. One completely empty, one like half empty probably. That's my thing, is when I get a soda, I almost never finish the soda. And so then when we got home, I've been trying not to still drink soda. I have a couple, like I'm not gonna be mean to myself. I'm not gonna be mad at myself for drinking a soda or having some ice cream or having a little bit of candy. Like, I'm not gonna do that. I need to enjoy my life still. Yes, I'm cutting down on everything, but for me personally, that's just not how I'm gonna do things. So yes, I have had probably 2 sodas since we got home. But again, I'm drinking a lot more water with that soda and milk. I've been having a good amount of milk and like smoothies and stuff. So I'm still trying to kind of figure out how I want how I want to do my weight loss, because I don't want to go on some crazy crash diet like I always have done. If I'm being honest, whenever I want to lose weight, I cut my calories to basically like 700. I don't want any judgment. It's a mistake. It's something that I have done in the past, and I'm realizing that clearly that does not work and it's very unhealthy. So I'm trying to do everything the correct way this time. I want to get some good protein powder. I have been really enjoying a smoothie in the morning. So I can mix the protein powder in with the smoothie, kind of make it a meal replacement shake, but better. And then kind of snack throughout the day, maybe have like another protein shake or something, and then have a meal at dinner. That's kind of like guilt-free. Like, I don't have to worry about, oh no, I ate some rice or I ate some potatoes, because it's fine. Like, having that be my one meal. Obviously, cooked at home. I'm not trying to eat fast food. It's hard. I'm not gonna lie. Like, currently I'm driving down to Auburn to take something to return for Amazon, and when I'm down here, I feel like I need food. It's about 10:30 in the morning. I don't have to work the rest of the day, so my brain is having a hard time with resisting those cravings. Am I doing it every time? No. I got Chipotle a couple days ago. Like, again, I'm not gonna give up everything I like. I'm not gonna do it that way. I went to Sam's Club about a week ago, and I got a lot of fruits and vegetables, and I'm adding those to my meals so that some days, like the other day, I had some asparagus, some cucumber, and chicken, and I made rice, but I didn't eat any of the rice. Like, I'm just trying to make little changes like that, where if I wanted rice, I could have just a little bit. I'm trying to keep all of that dialed into adding fruits and vegetables, or I have a salad before I eat everything else, so it kind of fills me up more, so I don't feel as hungry and don't eat as much of the quote-unquote bad foods, which bad food being chicken and rice or steak and pasta or whatever we do. Or potatoes. I love me a good baked potato. So a couple days ago, what's today? Today's Thursday. I went on Monday. So when we got back from Disney, I weighed in 2 days after, and I had gained like 2 pounds, I think. And then on Monday, so a couple more days later, I had gone up like 6 pounds, which was very confusing to me. I understand about water weight and all that kind of stuff, which it turns out it was just water weight. But I had also gone through a couple days where I felt like I was starving. Like nothing was making me feel full. I was just constantly like hungry. And I don't feel that very often. I really honestly don't feel hungry a lot. The only reason I know that I need to eat food is because I start to get a headache and start to feel sick. Healthy? No, but that's just the way that my body works. So last 2 or 3 days this week, I've been having to pee every like 30 minutes, like insane. And I'm not like drinking excess water either. Like it's not like I'm drinking more water than I normally do. And so then I'm like having to pee more. And then I weighed myself yesterday. I was down 3 pounds. And then today I was down another like 2.5-ish. So I'm down to the weight that I was before Disney. So I don't know science, but I'm pretty sure that was all just water weight and I was peeing it out, because now I'm down to what I was before. And hopefully with I know I need gas, hopefully with all of these changes that I'm still doing, with having more fruits and vegetables, and side note, when I've been tracking my calories not very strategically. I do not count fruits and vegetables. That does not count to me. I sometimes will count protein, but I'm mainly trying to keep track of like overall calories, and I'm not being too strict on it. I'm not being like, oh, I was 10 calories over. Like, I'm using it more of a general idea of how many calories I'm having per day, so that I can know if I am still eating, because that was something I never really knew, is like, how many calories am I actually eating per day? I eat very small meals and I don't eat very much during the day, so I've always thought that I don't have a lot of calories in me. So it was always kind of confusing of like, why am I gaining so much weight when I'm not eating? But the more I track my calories, the more I understand that even the little things that I was eating were so calorie dense. Like I would eat like this is one of my weird favorite things, but like a ham and cheese Hot Pocket. I would eat one of those in the morning and then have, I don't even know, something for lunch, something for a snack, like a sandwich. Sandwiches are a lot of calories, but for me, that'll keep me full the whole day. I could eat a 6-inch sandwich, and that's all I could eat the rest of the day. Like, I just fill up very quickly. And I realized that even the Hot Pocket is like 250 calories. And for one little tiny thing, that's a lot. And so I've been kind of just generally looking at that. I've been paying a lot more attention to macros. That's something that I've never had experience with. But when I look at a package, especially because of what's going on with my liver and the fact that I have no gallbladder, I'm really paying attention to the fat percentage and the fat content, and making sure that the protein is higher than the carbs or the fats. And that's something that I've just been learning. I watch 2 Dr. Mikes on YouTube. One of them is a doctor, and one of them is a doctor in, I don't exactly remember, but it's called hypertrophy and learning how the muscles work and all that kind of stuff. And so learning how to work out a little bit differently to maximize your workouts and all of that kind of stuff. I don't really care about muscle. Like, I don't want to be a bodybuilder, but losing the weight and having a more effective workout is ideal. So I've been really paying attention to doctors, and because if I'm going to be honest, the doctors that I have been seeing haven't been that helpful. The specialist, my primary doctor is amazing. She's great, but there's only so much she can do because she's not a specialist in specific things. So been really paying attention to that, and one of the Dr. Mikes was very specific about how to read macros and all that kind of stuff. So that was very helpful to me. And I have to pee so bad right now, and I just peed before we went. It's my water's fault. Been drinking, again, a lot more water than I am used to drinking because it's hot. Wait for it. So it's only 76 right now, but it's been like in the upper 80s, 90s, which for me is really hot. I don't do that. I don't like the heat. It's terrible to me. So I've been drinking a lot more water because of that. And again, I'm not drinking as much soda. And juice. I've kind of cut my juice down. I was drinking, one of my favorite things is Arizona's, because they're high in sugar, but they're a lot less calories. So I don't feel as guilty drinking, because I will drink the cans over like 3 days. Like, I don't drink it all in one day. I kind of like take a couple sips and then put it in the fridge, and then take a couple sips, and like I just kind of sip on it throughout a couple days. But they're only like 200 calories. So I like the fruit punch one. And I feel like that's so much less calories than an 8-ounce can of soda. So doing little switches like that. I also bought some of those ice drinks, which are 0 calories, just for those days that I feel like I need some carbonation or something other than water, even though it's sparkling water. But it's mind tricks at this point. It's just tricking my mind to think something different. So that's all my updates. This was a decently long video. I don't have an appointment yet. I'm going to call right now to make an appointment for my blood work. After my blood work is back, we'll see what the GI or my primary say about it. And ideally that will kind of dial things in to figure out a little bit more about what's going on. So I will talk to you guys soon. Bye!